about the last time you decided to finally get in shape and lose your belly fat. You probably downloaded a complicated new workout app, bought exotic superfoods and Himalayan sea salt, set your alarm for 4 a.m. to do fasted, high-intensity interval training. You made the process exciting. You made it an event. And because it was an event, you burnt out and quit by day 14. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody selling you a fitness program wants you to know. Fat loss is not an entertainment product. Getting lean is a biological process, and biological processes don't care about novelty or motivation. They care about repetition. The people walking around with the flat stomachs you want aren't using secret biohacks. They aren't doing extreme 30-day challenges. They've simply mastered a handful of incredibly unsexy, highly repetitive behaviors. Today, we're stripping away the noise. I'm giving you the 4 most boring, unglamorous habits on earth that actually make fat loss easier. I'll explain the science of why they work and how to automate them so you never have to rely on willpower again. If you're tired of the fitness circus and just want a strategy that works in the real world, this is the video for you. One quick thing before we start. Habit number 3 is the one most people skip, and it's the reason their entire diet stalls after week 2. Stay with me through the science section, because without that piece, none of this makes sense. Why you resist boring habits. Your brain is hardwired to crave novelty. When you start a complex new diet, your brain releases dopamine, the same reward chemical that fires when you buy a new car or play a video game. You're addicted to the newness of the plan, but your metabolism is the opposite. Your metabolism hates novelty. It wants predictability. When you throw chaotic variables at your body, starving until 2 p.m. one day, crushing yourself in the gym the next, sleeping 5 hours one night, and 9 the next, your body registers it as a threat. In response, your nervous system pumps out cortisol. Cortisol is your stress alarm. Chronically high cortisol makes it much harder for your body to release fat, especially from the abdominal area. The more chaotic your life, the harder fat loss becomes. To override this, you have to make your environment predictable. You have to make it boring. When your body feels safe, the alarm turns off, and fat loss becomes far easier. Here are the 4 boring habits that make that happen. Boring habit number 1, the copy-paste breakfast. Most people let their morning happen to them. They skip breakfast because they're rushing by 10 a.m. They're starving, so they grab a bagel. Next day, they fast. Next day, cereal. That's metabolic chaos. The fix: eat the exact same, brutally boring, high-protein breakfast every single day. Greek yogurt with berries. 4. Scrambled eggs with spinach, a protein shake. Hit 30 to 40 grams of protein and copy-paste it into your mornings. Willpower is a battery that drains as the day goes on. Automating breakfast eliminates decision fatigue before you even leave the house. More importantly, a big protein dose first thing in the morning suppresses ghrelin, your hunger hormone, for hours. You're dictating how hungry you'll feel at 3 p.m., at 9 p.m., before you even get out of bed. People who eat the same high-protein breakfast every day don't experience aggressive afternoon cravings. Don't stand in front of the pantry at night looking for chips. Automate the morning, kill the hunger curve, and the rest of the day becomes biologically effortless. That habit alone kills hunger all day. But the next one might be the most underrated fat loss tool on the planet. No gym, no changing clothes, and it fundamentally changes how your body stores the food you just ate. Boring habit number 2, the 10-minute post-meal pace. The fitness industry tells you that you need an hour on the Stairmaster to see your ABS. That's a lie. Extreme cardio spikes your appetite and drives stress hormones through the roof. Instead, do something incredibly unsexy after your heaviest meal of the day, lunch or dinner. You're not allowed to sit down. Stand up, walk out the door, walk for 10 minutes. This is a biological cheat code. When you eat a large meal, your blood sugar rises. Your body pumps out insulin to clear it. Insulin is a storage hormone. While it's elevated, fat burning is shut off. If you sit on the couch, your inactive muscles don't need that sugar, so your body stores it. But when you walk right after eating, your leg muscles demand fuel immediately. Act like a sponge, soaking up the sugar before insulin stores it as fat. You flatten your blood sugar curve. Insulin drops back to baseline in half the time. time. Your body flips back into a fat-burning state hours sooner. Zero sweat. Massive impact. You've locked in your morning and flattened your blood sugar. Now, how do you actually burn fat without destroying yourself? That's habit 3, and it requires you to stop exercising the way everyone else does. Boring habit number 3, the non-negotiable step floor. When people want to lose belly fat, they default to the hardest, most miserable cardio they can think of. Burpees, sprints until they're ready to throw up. Here's the problem. High-intensity cardio mostly burns stored sugar during the workout. Walking pulls more energy from stored body fat. Walking is the ultimate fat loss tool because it's auto-regulated. It pulls energy from fat stores without crossing the threshold that triggers extreme hunger or nervous system fatigue. Set a rigid step floor. Not a goal, a floor.
Pick a number, 8,000 or 10,000 steps, and make it a daily log. It's boring. You won't sweat. You won't feel like a hardcore athlete. But a 45-minute walk while listening to a podcast burns pure fat calories without the hunger tax. Do it every day, and the tire around your waist slowly vanishes. You can nail those first 3 perfectly, but ignore this final habit, and your body fights you every step of the way. It sounds completely unrelated to fitness, and it's the master switch that controls everything else. Boring habit number 4, the hormonal blackout. And if you get this one wrong, the other 3 barely matter. Here's why. Your body runs on a circadian rhythm. When you go to bed at 10 p.m., Tuesday midnight, Thursday and 2 a.m., Saturday, you're giving your body jet lag on a loop. That disruption tells your brain your environment is unstable. Worse, sleep deprivation crashes leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full, and spikes ghrelin, the hormone that makes you hungry. 5 hours a night, you're biochemically programming yourself to store fat and crave junk. You're fighting a war you cannot win. Set a boring bedtime. Pick a time, say 10:30 p.m., and be in bed at that time. Lights off 7 days a week. Wake up at the same time every day. When your rhythm locks in, your body stops defending its fat stores because it trusts the schedule. Automate your sleep, and you automate your fat loss. 4 boring habits. That's the whole playbook. But here's the part most people never hear. The exact reason smart people still fail with these habits, and why you will too, unless you understand this next section. Even when people learn these habits, they sabotage themselves around week 3. Why? Because they get bored. The fitness industry brainwashed you into believing in muscle confusion, that you need to switch your diet, change your workouts, and shock your body every 2 weeks. Garbage. Your body doesn't need to be confused. Your body needs to be commanded. If you run the boring stuff correctly, the copy-paste breakfast, the insulin walks, the step floor, the sleep, the scale moves, your clothes fit different. But week 3 is not exciting. Week 3 is a grind. You'll want to quit and look for a new shiny program. Don't. Boring is the filter. Boring separates the people who want to be entertained from the people who actually want results. When the routine feels repetitive and unsexy, that's the exact moment the work is happening. You've stopped relying on motivation. You're finally relying on discipline. 4 boring habits. That's the whole playbook. Habit 1. Eat the exact same 30 to 40 grams protein. Copy-paste breakfast every day to kill your hunger curve. Habit 2. Take a 10-minute walk immediately after your heaviest meal so your muscles soak up the sugar before it gets stored. Habit 3. Skip the HIIT. Hit a rigid 8,000 to 10,000 daily step floor. Habit 4. Same bedtime, same wake time, 7 days a week. Crush the stress hormones. No magic pills, no screaming instructors, just relentless, boring consistency. If you want to know exactly what food should go into those meals to maximize fat loss without feeling starved, I've broken down the plate building strategy in the video on screen right now. Watch it next. But hear me on this. The leanest person you know isn't doing anything interesting. No secret biohacks, no exotic workouts. They're doing these 4 boring things every single day. Start tomorrow or don't, and keep chasing the next exciting 30-day program that won't work either. Your choice. I'll see you in the next one.